Everyone knows who Iron Man is, and everyone knows what Marvel Legends is as well. With me today, I have the Marvel Legends Peg Warmer Mark III Iron Man. If I'm correct, this is the suit my boy Iron Man uses in, well, at the end of Iron Man, his first film. I'm super excited to open him up. Haven't heard that much about him, but Marvel Legends has recently released this wave with like the blue box sort of aesthetic for the character. For any fans who really want to get their hands on action figures such as this one, but weren't around at the time when these action figures were made. So these are really just reissues, kind of how like comics or books get reprinted once in a while, or yeah, even like other import companies such as Shigwarts or Mafex does this with their figures. So it's interesting to see Marvel do that with some of their own. Here he is. This is the MCU Iron Man. I know they also have the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Andrew Garfield Spider-Man figure, and they have the Spider-Man Far From Home figure as well. So what are we doing? Let's open this figure up. As for accessories, I have nothing much to say about the accessories really. The accessories are pretty basic, and at least they don't cheap out like recent Marvel Legends figures. I know a lot of Marvel Legends figures, especially the Spider-Man ones, they only give you like a wall crawling hand and a flippy hand, and then they give you the 2 pairs of fists. But here, I mean, we only get 1 pair of hands, but it's all we really need. Also, why are these like clear? Like, why aren't they like a bright yellow or something? I'm not really complaining. My brother is a big Iron Man collector, so he can probably lend me some accessories if I do ever need them. But this just looks weird, right? Like, why are they just clear? I also think they could have added more. I mean, especially, I feel like if you're gonna reissue a figure, you add what was in the figure and add some more. So that means you can also get a bigger market, not only appeal to people who didn't get a chance to get this figure, but also appeal to the people that did get the figure. Maybe you add like an unmasked face, or like the one where the little like Iron Man plate is like up, and then you add like a laser accessory you could add like right here. Like there's just so much they could have done, and it's a little lackluster with the accessories. But they're serviceable, so it's like a 6 out of 10 for me for accessories. Now, here we have the actual Iron Man figure. He looks insane. I'm gonna say, I'm like, wow, he actually looks awesome. Look at that. Look at that, eye candy. Now, let's talk about paint. I think I'm giving paint like a 7.5 out of 10. The paint is justifiably applied. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's basic, but it's like not too basic. Also, there's like no shadowing, like there's no shadow like work or whatnot. Like the only like, I guess, shadow you could say is like around the arc reactor, where we do get a little bit of that white glow. But even then, I feel like there are some places, especially since like the suit is never super clean in the whole entire movie. They could have definitely added some sort of like scratches maybe on it, or some sort of like just black on it, like some black shading work on it, especially up here. But yeah, that's how much I give paint work though. I think paint work deserves a definitive 7.5 out of 10. Articulation. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it has to be super articulated. This isn't a Spider-Man figure. If there is good articulation, it's a plus. But this Iron Man figure has surprisingly awesome and I mean absolutely astonishing articulation, especially for a goddamn Marvel Legends. Look at that articulation. That's insane. And then let's look at this. That's awesome. What? This is supposed to be an older Marvel Legends figure, and it's just like, what happened? Like, literally, look at this. There's no way an Iron Man figure. I'm not complaining. But there's no way like a super old Iron Man figure that was just reissued is allowed to move like this. This figure is moving better than some of the Spider-Man figures I own. And Iron Man isn't even supposed to be a flexible character. At least the MCU counterpart of Iron Man. Like, look at this guy. Also, one thing I like to add, I don't have the Iron Man because I said my brother's a big Iron Man collector. He has Iron Man where the little shoulder pads, I think I could add a picture of it. I think I reviewed it once on this channel. It's a privated video now. But literally, where these shoulder pads were in the way. And I was like, I think I said something along the lines like, why aren't these like gummy or like movable or articulated? Literally, my prayers are solved. Look at that. And if you look even closely, look. Butterfly joints? Hasbro. Why did we downgrade? This figure is absolutely fantastic, at least in terms of articulation. And if you want to get like a good flying pose, give me a second. Like, the figure looks up enough where you can get a decent flying pose. That is, I think the only articulation really that could have been better is probably the head, maybe some neck articulation, but still, like, the body itself is also pretty good. Look, literally, I think I'm going to give this figure a 9 out of 10 in articulation, or a 9.5. I'm going to deliberate on that later. But this figure, it astonishes me how good the articulation is. That is amazing. Probably the coolest part about this figure, or what I thought was the coolest part until articulation. Articulation is the coolest part now. But what is the coolest part about this figure, at least for me, as of now, is the sculpt work. This figure is so beautifully sculpted. I'm going to say something about Marvel Legends. They do not cheap out when it comes to their movie figures. Their movie figures are always so well sculpted. And, I mean, this is freaking Iron Man. Why would they cheap out on Iron Man? I think sculpt work is actually like a 9.5 out of 10. I don't want to get, What am I doing? No, this is a 10 out of 10 in sculpt work. This is probably the first 10 out of 10 I've ever given on this YouTube channel, which I don't know if I'm going to regret that, but this is a 10 out of 10 in articulation. This is, in sculpt work. It is so beautifully and well sculpted. Final thoughts on the Marvel Legends reissue Iron Man 1 Mark III Marvel Legends action figure. Well, I gotta say, I'm gonna have to calculate the final score, and it's gonna be on screen right now. But do I recommend this figure? I don't know. Yes. If you already have an Iron Man 1 looking figure, or you have the one from like the Shigwarts, one from like back in the day, or look, watch this. So guys, I've been keeping a secret. I also have this figure. Right behind this camera, I actually have so many other figures I haven't reviewed, and I have all these other figures where, as a kid, I just opened them, didn't even review them. So I am planning to review every single figure you see there, even like the imports you see like right there. Maybe do a review of all my Funko Pops. But this figure though, if you don't have an Iron Man 1 figure, buy it. I just buy it. Do yourself a favor, buy it. It is so cheap right now too. Because like it's literally everywhere. People call them peg warmers, as if it's a bad thing. But honestly, now looking back at it, I was part of that hate train, okay? I'm not gonna say I was innocent and was like, oh, I've always been a fan of these like peg warmer figures since the start. But now that I've actually opened up one of them as a fan that was like way too little and way too broke at the time to afford a Iron Man Mark III Iron Man 1 figure, this is astonishing. Like, I only wish it came with a Tony Stark head because I don't have a Tony Stark head. My brother does have a Tony Stark head sculpt. I don't though. So I might have to either buy the Civil War suit, because I know that one has a head sculpt, or just tough it out with that one. But I need to get a head sculpt for this figure. I don't know how I'm gonna get one, but I'm gonna get one. And if you especially just want like a good action figure, like if for your Marvel like cinematic universe display, get this one. Get this figure. It's cheap, it's good, it can actually move, and besides like the missing head sculpt, really, you have nothing to worry about. Anyways, that is it for today, guys. This is my Marvel Legends Mark III Iron Man 1 review. If you guys do like this video, if you guys do like figure reviews, please let me know by hyping this video up if you're on mobile, liking and subscribing. We're on our way, hopefully, to 1,000 subscribers this year. So please be a part of that journey, help me out, and remember, stay nerdy.